What's going on, guys? I'm Randall, aka Shizukatz, and I'm here with...
I'm Joon.
And we're going to be bringing you guys our first game of our Chainsaw Man gameplay block. And so, Joon, how does it feel to be back on the Tressa's gameplay block?
Oh, man, it's been so long.
It's been quite a while since Joon's been playing a whole lot of Weiss, actually.
Yeah.
But we're going to be jumping into today's game with our StockSoul Goldbar Chainsaw Man versus Joon, who's going to be playing the Choice and Door build. So let's quickly go through what each of these does. So our level 0 Himeno combo is basically going to be our advantage generator throughout the game. We only need one copy of it at any given point, as that combo is going to be getting us all of the climax combo related advantage we need. And then we're going to be utilizing the big man Kishibe as our front line to just hold down a big wall of high power characters. And it is all going to lead up to our Aki finisher, which we're going to be utilizing alongside the Easy Revenge event in memory in order to mill a bunch of cards from the bottom of our opponent's deck and deal a bunch of ones if we can mill a lot of climaxes. So how does your deck work, Joon?
Alright, for this deck, the level 1 combo is pretty straightforward. It's on a Choice combo. It's a 1-0, 500 for every other. On attack, look it up to top 4. Add a character, pretty straightforward. It also has the bonus effect of being anti-level 2, get 6k against level 2s. So it's an extra thing if your opponent learns a deck with level 2s like Miran, 2-1 Miran from Slime. Level 2 game comes out with this early play Makima that has an early play condition if you have this Ricky in your clock, which also has an alarm effect. On play, you can either salvage or stop this climax from your waiting room. So add it to hand or to stock. So if you play more than one, you can play the first one for 1 stock and get the second one, get the climax to the combo. And on attack, you reveal the top card of your deck to reveal a character. If you reveal a character, you get
Event.
Or a specific... No.
Any event.
Is it any event?
Any event,
okay.
Yeah.
Character
check.
or event? Yeah, double check with that.
Yeah, an event.
Okay.
So it would work with the 2-2 event that you are running in your
2-2
deck.
event. Yeah, that is in this deck right now, but that's a separate thing. And you get to send one of your opponent's characters anywhere on their field to the waiting room. So generally, ideally speaking, you would just target their back row because usually that's off limits, right? And then for the finisher, which is this Makima is generally like the main game plan. And then to top it off as a finisher, you got the 3-2 Denji, which is just on play heal. And then
If you have 3 or more other, he's 11.
Power, yeah.
And then climax combo also needs 3 or more other.
Yeah, there's another card that synergizes with it. Pretty one like indirectly synergizes with it. I'll show you in a second. And the climax combo is on attack, burn 1 with the Choice combo. And it also gains the ability cross turn. So the turn you attack, and when your opponent swings into it, whenever it reverses something, you can pay 2, discard 2 to burn 2. And then this
Burn
is
2 and top deck the...
right.
You
Top
may
deck
top deck the reverse character.
Yeah, top deck the reverse character. And then the other thing I was mentioning synergizes, you got this Brainstormer, which is a salvage Brainstorm, pretty typical, right? But you can, when you're level 3 or higher, level 3 basically, you can pay 1, discard the specific Denji, and then you can summon any chainsaw, or salvage a character, and then summon any Chainsaw Man. So the target in this deck is this basically. So this is going to be in your back row all the time, so it makes it an easy way to bring this out end game if you need to.
Yeah. It lets you bring him out for cheaper, notably, because it's just 1 stock.
Yeah, so the stock cost difference is basically you're saving a stock and then killing the Brainstormer. So you're converting the Brainstormer back row, assuming if it's your final turn you don't need it anymore. You convert the card on the board into a stock.
Yep. All right. So things that I'm going to have to be careful about are my board state. Once you hit level 2 with that deck, you will be able to very easily kill any like Kishibe wall that I have set up while also using Makima's ability to target my back row. Normally a potential countermeasure against decks that have an early play that has a clock condition is to like maybe leave them at 1/6 so that they can clock the clock condition card. But the problem is that the Makima Riki
This thing clocks anything from waiting
clocks from waiting room, yeah. So you can very easily achieve the early play condition by using her effect, even if you have to clock for turn to go to 2-0.
Yeah, so if he leaves me at 1/6, I would clock a different card, and then play the Makima, and then assuming this also requires another copy of Makima in the waiting room though. So So it's not completely free.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to be conscious of my card advantage. However, apart from that, I should be able to have a fairly smooth early game. Power can't really contest Kishibe at all if I can set up my Kishibe walls before you go into your level 1 combo. So there's a bit of give and take in the matchup. Alright, first Joon will be going first.
Alright. 5 cards.
Alright, you've also got a pretty nice choice package in that deck as well, with cards like the 1/1 Aki support and the Denji Chaser.
I suppose I could mention the spread for the climax is 4/2/2. 4 for the level 1 combo. Now mulligan. Yeah, 1 copy is good enough. 1 copy.
Okay, I'm going to ditch. I'll ditch 2. I'll ditch a Himeno and a Kishibe.
Okay. This is a good turn 1, especially going first. Turn 2, it's good utility, and then this is for, you know, trying to get into level 1 later. Alright, good?
Yep.
I'm gonna draw for turn. Ooh, I don't want to clock any of these. Yeah, ideally I don't want to clock any of this, because this is like stuff that I need. But I can probably afford to clock this. I run like 3 copies. Clock, draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yikes. Alright, anyways. Play this. On play, top check. If it's a character or specifically the 2/2 event, I can marker it under it. But as a marker, it becomes a 3/5 and chaser. So I can run in front of one of my opponent's characters at their attack phase.
Mm-hmm.
Direct for 2. 2. And this is the event.
Alright, take 2. Alright, draw for turn. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna clock an Easy Revenge to draw 2. Normally, this is not really a card that you clock early. It's a pretty good card to have in your hand, but I have a lot of them in my hand. We're gonna play just 1 character this turn. I'm gonna play my level 0 Himeno. I think ordinarily I would have clocked this level 3 Aki that I had in my hand, but because Himeno's effect requires you to discard a character rather than an event, I'm going to clock the event and then discard this for the cost. So we will use her effect. On play, I can discard a traded character to search for Easy Revenge.
So that's the last one, right?
I will not confirm nor deny how many copies of Easy Revenge I have in my hand. But, okay. Alright, and then since this is the only character that I'm going to be putting in my front row, the Denji Chaser can only run in front of things, and since I don't have anything else to run in front of, this will just let me kill it.
Yeah, it chases something, so there's nothing to chase over here, so I can't move.
Alright, so we'll go to attack phase, and I'm going to front attack for 1, and then use the effect to bottom deck your level 0 character.
Just waiting room. Good.
Over to you.
Alright, draw for turn. Oh, it's a bit unfortunate. Okay, I'll just clock this. Draw 2. Alright, so it's looking pretty decent later on, but this turn right now doesn't seem so great. Having him bottom deck that doesn't give me access to the waiting room like with this card, so it's a bit unfortunate. So I'll play the Brainstormer, and then K1 rest, now 4, if I hit a climax, salvage a character, and I hit nothing. Okay. Then I wanted to play another character because this gets, if I have another character, it's plus what, 1500, so it's 3k?
Correct.
Yeah, and then whenever I reverse something, I can look it up to top 2, add a card, any card, mill the rest, and then I have to discard a card. So if anytime this reverses something, I have to discard a card, and then looking up to is optional.
Yeah. So like hypothetically, if you wanted to look at 0, you would still have to discard a card.
I have to discard a card, correct.
Okay.
Direct for 2?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Even despite that, though, I think this is a very powerful profile.
Yeah, being able to look it up to top 2 is just very good in general.
All right, draw for turn. Man, what am I clocking? All right, I guess I'm clocking Easy Revenge again. Draw 2. Okay, we got some cards. Let's see. I guess we're going to start with Makima. So we'll use her Ricky effect, pay 1 and clock a character from our waiting room. I'm going to clock this Himeno from my waiting room and then level it. And then we will search our deck for a level 1 or lower character. I'm going to get Kobeni. And Kobeni will allow us to grab a level... It will guarantee us a level 0 character when we play her. And we could potentially salvage higher level cards, but we're going to try to get this Brainstorm.
It's a very good way to just filter if you have dead hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you have unplayables, this will always get you playables. Worst case, level 0s.
Alright, so we will play our Kobeni. We will use her effect.
You just gotta make sure you have at least a level 0 in the waiting room at all times.
We're gonna discard a StockSoul.
Okay.
Reveal the top card of our deck, and then we will salvage
level.
Himeno.
Yeah.
So I can salvage a level 1 or lower. Yeah. We'll get Himeno, we'll play this, and then for our third attacker, we'll play the Future Devil level 0. I don't have any way to get Himeno back if I were to frontline her, so I'm just gonna keep her in the back and attack with all this other stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we'll go to Climax Phase. I'll play my StockSoul, so this is a level 1 or lower StockSoul. I'm going to go ahead and stock... we will stock another copy of the Brainstorm. Mm-hmm. And then all my characters gain 1 soul. And then I will start attack phase and use Himeno's effect, sacking the Climax. And I can look at up to 3 cards from the top of my deck and add up to 2 characters with the proper traits or Easy Revenge. Yeah. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to add Kishibe and Makima to my hand. And because the StockSoul Climax is an auto-type Climax, even though the Climax leaves the board, my characters still maintain the soul. Yeah. So really, really nice. And it's also really good for when you're near refresh, you can get the Climax just back into your refresh.
Yeah.
All right, so I cannot kill that Kobeni, so we're going to go ahead and side attack her for 2. 2. And a direct attack for 3. 3. Where are your climaxes?
Yeah, tell me about it. I've been having the worst luck for the past several weeks. So we'll see how this game goes. Yeah, I want to level up the yellow here instead of this red because this is relevant later on in the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, you could also, because you have yellow in...
Yeah, I do have yellow here, but like...
You could level the 1/1 Aki to set up your green to play another.
I keep this for the rest of the game as a choice fodder. When
I
trigger choice, yeah.
Sure.
So it can go to stock.
Okay. Alright, we'll direct attack now for 3. There's no way you take this 5, right? Ain't no way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my...
Welcome to my life.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Okay, good.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm not good. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is an alarm. I can level down at the start of climax phase, I believe.
You can level down my level 0s.
Yeah. I only have 1 stock too, so I can't even like do level 2 things right now. So what I can do, man, this is super rough. All right. Luckily his board is pretty small. He didn't get his 1/0s out yet. Okay, here's what we'll do. I can either play this and then grab a card. Problem is I need... Oh, I don't even have the right climax out.
So you still have option to clock.
I do have the option to clock into level 2, but based on what's in my hand, it seems...
Inadvisable?
Yeah, because I pretty much need... These are the only things I probably don't need the turn after. Is the problem. I could also clock this, but then if I want to use it this turn with these. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I only have 1 stock, that's the biggest thing. If I had 2 stock, I could do a whole lot more. We're gonna have to just hope for the best. This is the waiting room one, so, and his board is small, like I said. Alright, we'll clock, we'll get green this time.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we're gonna level up one of these climax swappers, just so we have green.
Mm-hmm.
Drop 2. Alright, that didn't help. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we are gonna play this first. And then, yeah, you guys already know what this does. On play, I'm gonna discard a card. We'll do this. It's fine. Real top. It's a 0, unfortunately. So, I was hoping it was a 1 so we can get one of these. Since it's a 0, we'll get this for utility later? Question mark? Hold on. Yeah, see, if it was a level 1, I could have salvaged this and then play this and then get it off. But I can't do that right now. So we'll just wait and then hope for the best for next turn and then be able to do this line next turn. So for this turn, we're just gonna attack, basically. What are your power lines?
So,
Base,
so
right?
this is global 5, so these are up 500.
Okay, so we should be fine, relatively speaking. Play this. We don't need this yet. Okay. That. 500. Okay. Alright, yeah, we'll get this for utility for next turn. This back, and then we'll play this, and then we're not going to do the on-play effect, which is pay 1, and then you can swap climaxes from your hand into your deck. So you shuffle a climax from your hand into your deck, and then grab a climax from your deck into your hand. And when you pay 1, I'm not going to do that effect. I played it because start a climax phase, I can pump 1,000 power somewhere. So what we're gonna do is, if we do this, we're gonna tie everywhere except this.
Well, this one doesn't, because these are up 500. So
Right. So
you need to swap then, right?
oh yeah, okay, it's this. Yeah, I was looking at it the wrong way. Yeah. So doing it this way, it'll tie with both of them, and then this will be over. And then I want to kill this one. These are pretty useless basically at this point because they do their own on play effects. This will have relevance for him later, and so I want to get rid of that.
Okay. Well, wait, like what's your consideration to side attack? Because like if my game plan is to play Kishibeis, then like I would have to play over these anyway, right?
Right. So but like if I don't kill this, then you just get free cards, yeah.
That's true, because I don't even need to commit Kishibe then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So this is basically siding this will just give him a +2. Okay. And then as far as my compression wise, I'm only out 3 climaxes in the waiting room, so
you'll just hope to hit cancels on the next turn. Okay,
so it's pretty decent. So start a climax phase. I'm gonna use this effect, put 1,000 here, so we're gonna tie here, and then this will be over. I will front here first for 1.
Cancel.
Thanks. We tie. Front here for 1. Choice.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this into stock.
Okay. For 1. Take 1.
Tie here again. And then front for 1. This is 3k for 1.
Take 1.
And then on reverse, I can look it up to top 2. Let's see. These are both good cards. But I probably want. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna grab this, know this, and then I can discard a card.
Or you must discard a card.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna discard this because I can just grab it later.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, go ahead.
Draw for turn.
That was a rough turn, man. Straight to level 2.
We will clock Makima to draw 2. And let's go ahead and play our easy revenge event. So pay 1. So I mill 2, I add the levels of the milled cards and I salvage that level or lower. 2 + 0. So we'll take this opportunity to grab the big man Kishibe, and then also easy revenge goes to memory. It has an effect in memory, but that effect does not take effect until level 1 or level 3. Sorry, level 3. Yeah. Okay. Before I play my Kishibeis, Kishibe says that while he's on board, I cannot play events or backups. So I'm gonna play my second easy revenge before I decide to commit those. So we'll mill 2 more. 3 + 0. With that, I'm going to grab I will grab the... I'll grab the 2-1 Aki, 2k assist. And then this goes to memory. And then we'll play our boys. So Kishibe says, for each other copy of the Kishibe level 1 in my front row, he gets plus 2,000 power. So with a full front row of him, I get plus 4k, so they're all 10k. And so the idea of this deck is you want to frontline these guys just to hold the line and be huge while you use your Himeno combo in the back row. And that is exactly what we're going to do. At the beginning of the climax phase with the Makima, I will use her effect, and I'm going to give the ability to this Kishibe to rearrange top 2 when he attacks.
Okay.
All right. So I will play the StockSoul. We will go ahead and stock... I'll stock a Riki. At the start of the attack phase, we'll use Himeno's effect, sacking the climax to look it up to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll add these 2 cards to my hand. Send this to waiting room, and then we'll go to attacks. So I'm going to attack with this Kishibe first in order to try to keep my earlier stock cleaner. So we'll front attack here, and I will rearrange top 2. And it's fine just the way it is. So we'll put those back, and this is going to be a front for 2.
1, 2.
Any day now, Joon.
No, any day I'll cancel.
All right, direct for 3.
1, 2, and 3. Alright, I got Makima on top.
Okay. All right, direct for 4.
4. Okay. Oh,
okay.
Amazing. Alright, so since I have Makima on top, I don't have to clock if I don't want to, so we'll see what I draw into. Draw. It actually seems fine. The only problem is the number of cards left in my deck. I would want to mill 2 more, so clocking would get me there. But at the same time, I don't want to... Ideally, I stop damaging myself over and over here. But at the same time, there are, I believe, 2 climaxes left in the deck.
So you could hit a brainstorm.
Oh yeah, this is part of the game where it's just kind of you just kind of have to gamble on whether or not, like, if the climaxes, 2 climaxes are on the bottom 3 cards of my deck, then ideally I just don't do anything, yeah, and then just stack 3 times. So what we can do is we'll play this first. We'll not clock. Play this, discard. We'll discard this level 0, reveal top. It is a 0.
So you have at least 1 guaranteed clean trigger if you choose not to brainstorm.
Yep. And then for as far as grabbing zeros are concerned, this is probably just the easiest grab unless you need like a climax swap or something like that.
Just Kobeni into Kobeni to keep cleaning your hand on future turns.
And then if your hand gets flooded with climaxes, it's a very easy way to discard. So grab another Kobeni. I'll put this back. And then since we have this card in clock, we have the early play condition for Makima here. So we'll play it. And then on play, I can choose to grab this card from my waiting room and put it either to hand or to stock. I'll put the first one into stock. Play a second one. 2, and then this one, I'll grab climax and put it into my hand. So we can do the climax combo.
Yeah, so as you were saying earlier, basically every Makima you play before the last one is one stock cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll play this level support. It's a 1/1 level support to front. It's pretty basic, right? And then the other thing is, let's see, where is it? Whenever I play a climax in my climax area,
Well, it has to be a choice climax.
yeah, when I play a choice climax, this card gets choice. You add a choice trigger to this card in all zones. So if I have 2 of these on the board and I trigger Denji, it'll have 2 choice triggers. And then the other one is when I play a climax with choice climax, I choose one of my characters, give it 1,000 power, and give it pay 1 twin drive. Okay, so since we know the top card is clean, we will hold on to that, and then yeah, his side board setup doesn't matter.
Yeah, so probably...
we'll play beginning.
Oh, yeah, beginning of climax.
Beginning of climax, yeah. So before I play the climax, I'll give the effect here. Okay, and then I'll play the climax.
Yeah. So I imagine the things you're gonna want to kill are these two with the effects.
Yeah, ideally, yeah.
So.
Because then if I remove one of these, right, and assuming he doesn't 3-stock it, these will go down to AKs.
Yeah. But I mean, like these are going to be huge anyway.
they're
So yeah.
Yeah.
So. I imagine the line is, since you know this one's clean, you don't need the top check to
so
rearrange
attack
here.
Here first, then it's guaranteed clean, and then attack here second to double check.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna front attack here, reveal top. It's a character, so I'm gonna send. We'll send the back row first, just in case this misses somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then we'll trigger for 3.
Yeah, and I will not 3-stock Encore. Yeah. For 3. 1, 2, cancel. This is dead.
Okay. And then front attack here, this effect, I get to look it up to top 2, rearrange. I'm gonna rearrange it, put it back, and then reveal top for the effect, and then send this to the waiting room. And then I'm gonna trigger for 3.
1, 2, 3. Take 3.
Catching up in damage a bit there. I'm gonna direct attack here for 3. It's gonna be a choice trigger. Okay. Let's see. We are kinda okay on stock, so I'm probably gonna want to grab a counter here, so I can either get this refresh counter or a 1/1 counter to try and protect my Makimas for board control, since they're pretty big, and then that deck's power line isn't too crazy. Either one of these works. Since if I had triggered choice earlier, I could use the refresh counter to pay out more stock later. Since this is the last card, I just need to pay out 1 stock. So I'm gonna grab this, and then this also lets you choose either myself or my opponent, and they have to mill 3. And it's a 2k counter.
All right, so I really want to cancel this on. Well, first of all, it's a guaranteed cancel. I'm pretty sure. I'm mouse 7. I really want to not cancel this on the top because I want to. I want to draw into refresh.
Yeah, last card cancel, or like second
card is
refresh
ideal.
And then clock.
Okay, so second card cancel. These will die. I can draw into refresh, and then this is going to mean that these don't go back.
Yeah.
And then I can still clock for turn.
Yeah.
So we'll draw that. Refresh, so all 8 back.
And then it also lets him set up any alarms like the Makima that he got previously, if he wants to.
The Makima I got previously was the top check 2 yellow one, not the Riki.
Was it?
Yeah, my Rikis are like over here.
Oh, okay.
Like I think I got like a Riki here, a Riki here, and a Riki here. I think they're just gone. All right, so now we don't have Kishibe wall anymore, and I also don't have climax combo. Ideally, what happens here is I can get climax combo off of either clocking for turn or maybe hitting a brainstorm. So that's what we're going to try to do now. So refresh. Well, I can't search that out of my deck. We're going to level green, our Aki clean cut. That is just like the best green target. Okay, so now I can clock. I'm going to clock a 3/2 Aki. Because I have a copy of Aki already in my hand, I can pretty safely clock this one, knowing that when I level up, I can use the one in my hand to salvage the one that will fall into the waiting room when I level up.
Yeah.
So we'll draw 2. Okay, well, these are cards. We're going to start by... I'm going to start by playing Kobeni and using her effect... discarding... I think I'll discard the Aki support. I don't really have great use of this card. I don't have Future Devil because it went back with the refresh.
No.
And then also, if I were to put it on the board to try to get power, you can overpower my board with these anyway. So I will discard this, we'll reveal top, and I'll salvage my Brainstorm. And so the effect of the Brainstorm that I didn't use yet is I can pay 1 to Brainstorm 4, and then for each climax I hit, I can look it up to 3, add a card, and then discard a card, and send the rest waiting room. So I'm going to use that Brainstorm, and we're going to see what we can get. Alright, nothing.
But it's spammable, so you can do it again if you want.
I can indeed do it again. And the thing is that the reward of getting a Himeno combo off is very, very high, so I'm fairly incentivized to do it. So... especially considering I have no board anymore. All right, there's 1. So let's see what we can hit off of this top check 3. Oh, I had one more Makima left. Okay. All right. Check 1. Check 2. Check 3. Huh. Okay, well, I will be adding this. I think this is one of those games where we're just going to have to like frontline this and
hope for the best.
Attack with it.
Yeah.
So I'll...
having the Himeno in the back row all game is very important to that deck, so this makes it a little rough.
Let's see. I need to discard a card next, so we will discard... I'll discard this Makima. And then... Yeah, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to play Aki, sack Climax Swap, discarding this Goldbar, do the StockSoul.
You didn't want to go for the play to try and... Oh, I guess you already have a Climax, so you're good, yeah.
Yeah.
The other option, you could have played the Makima to try and fish for 2 more cards, right?
Yeah, the thing is that that card, it has... so, like, you're obligated to basically do a 1-hand-to-1 stock conversion if you do this effect. Because you're discarding 2 cards, one of them goes to hand, up to 1 goes to hand, and then the rest goes to stock. The problem is that
one has to go to stock.
I don't have a lot of hand, but I have like 5 trillion stock.
What's your hand size right now?
With this, it's 4.
Oh, okay.
So after the combo, I'll go up to 5, assuming it hits 2.
Yeah, it looks like we're both hurting for hand right now because we're both just getting blasted. Usually, both decks should have plenty of hand.
Well, you're getting blasted. I just got my board blown up. Yeah. All right, so we will go with our Climax combo. So the Himeno requires 2 other characters to resolve combo, so we are all set. We'll stock another clean cut.
Okay.
So we level 1 clean cut, stock 1 clean cut. We don't need these, basically. Oh, actually, hold on. This should probably be like this, so I can actually kill that.
Yeah.
No. All right. Okay. So we'll resolve Himeno's combo, sack this, and then look it up to. Oh no. All right. At least we got 2.
Yeah, that's why you can look at 3. If it was look at 2 and add 2, it would have been a lot rougher.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm out 4 in waiting room, and I didn't really want to do another brainstorm because the deck was like relatively well compressed for where we were right now.
Yeah.
So now we'll just go into our attacks. I'm gonna start with a... I think I want to attack this last because he's incentivized to pay 1 to try to pay that out. But if I attack it last, then he'll just refresh first.
Yeah.
So if he wants to do it, then he will have to use the counter on an earlier attack and then not defend the Kobeni.
Right.
So we'll attack here for 2. 2.
And then
this should be like a guaranteed cancel, I think.
Ideal that these live so I can potentially recur the effect if he ends up putting a back robot, which he doesn't right now. Cancel on one.
Okay, so now this should be guaranteed clean, I guess. Yeah. So we'll front attack, we'll use Power's effect. I can send one of my other characters to stock. So we'll just send that Himeno that we already used to attack. It's a really nice card, especially if you're just like crashing with a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, if you're losing lanes, it's really good.
For 3. And this actually puts another Aki in a place where we can salvage him later.
You just gotta remember where it is so that like when you play the Aki, you can just immediately get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the second card, so any first Aki that you play, you're just gonna get it.
Yeah. So this is for 3. I'm out 4 in waiting room.
4 in waiting room. How many cards in your deck?
9.
There's 9 cards. Alright, so I can technically mill counter if I want to. And pay this out, and I can mill his deck or my deck. So what I'm gonna do here, this is just bigger, right?
Yeah.
Since I could technically counter here to save this, but like I don't really care too much, and I know these are clean and this is a climax, so I'm just gonna counter here. I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna choose myself as the mill target. So I'm gonna mill 3 cards, and these go directly into the waiting room. So I'm gonna mill 1, mill 2, and then that triggers a refresh, and then I need to mill 1 more. This is other than the power not doing anything, this is an ideal situation for the mill counter. You just mill clean cards off of your deck and pay out a climax at the same time.
Yeah. Now, in retrospect, maybe I should have left the Himeno here to crash here, because leaving this up actually gives you a target for the level 3 Denji to mill bottom 4 from my deck, so that could potentially hurt me. Just a little bit of retrospect.
You could have also considered attacking here first. because I don't know what you're gonna trigger yet for the second 2 attacks, and then I know there's a climax left in my deck right now. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't counter them. Yeah.
Or you at least would not mill yourself.
I would not mill myself yet, and I would like maybe mill you, which is just random on whether or not that helps you or hurts you. So.
All right. So you were refreshing with 7?
It should be 8.
Oh, all 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had 6, and then I canceled one, and then picked one out. Yeah.
So refresh point, and then the last mill.
And then the last card to mill. Okay.
Okay. And that was for 3. Yeah.
1, 2, and cancel.
Nice cancel. All right, and then we'll front here with the Aki for. Hey, all right. Well, the party's all here.
Well, if you have 1 copy, he just has everything now.
Yeah. All right, so that's for 3.
1, 2, and 3. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So you have control of the board. You got triple cancel. You're pretty chilling.
Yeah, just recovering after taking that gigantic damage. Alright, so I drew into this. There's not a whole lot that I want to do, but I guess I can set this up to do that. I could potentially brainstorm for some hand because I'm hurting for hand a bit here. Alright, so what we can do is we will play this. Let's move over my board here first, just for good habit. It's a good habit to put your bigger stuff in front of stuff that has characters. We'll play this. Now I'll play effect. Discard this because we're not only instant anymore, and then it's a nice choice fodder. Reveal level 1 or lower.
Time to just grab another Kobeni. Grab Kobeni.
Either grab another Kobeni here, or grab this if I feel like I want to have since I have a reverse target. If I want to have a top 2, but since I just refreshed, I don't want to disturb my deck too much. So I'm just gonna grab. Yeah, if it was a level 3, I would have grabbed this, which is like a double bouncer. But we'll just grab another Kobeni for now. And then if it was a climax on top, I would have brainstorm, but I'll just opt out of brainstorm and just clean trigger.
Sounds good.
And then I will be playing this card here. This is a 2/2 event. I've read, and then this goes to memory. And the way this card works is at the start of my opponent's attack phase, I can turn it face down, which means I can only use it once, right? And if I do, I could choose one of their characters and give it -3 soul.
Yeah.
So if you play Quince, it's basically the 2/3 bracelet counter, except it costs 2, but I have to play it ahead of time, so my opponent knows that it's active, right? And I have to choose it before they trigger.
But the really nice thing about that is that it doesn't require you to wait for the counter step, and also you don't even have to have characters there to actually use it.
I could have empty board and I could still use it, right? And then another thing is that because I play it early, right? If my hand is full to 7, this becomes like an 8th card in my hand. Yeah. So it's pros and cons, but generally pretty good. Since we know this is clean, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna attack either here or here first because this is a soul trigger. So this is 3, 2, and 2 right now. So we're gonna attack with one of the 2s first. We'll attack here first. Front for 2 plus 1 for 3.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay, versus, and then order doesn't matter. It's random. So I'll just attack here first for 3, 4.
1, 2, cancel.
Direct here for 2, 2.
1, cancel.
Yikes. Yeah, he was pretty compressed. So.
All right, now.
Yeah, I was considering milling the opponent's deck with the counter earlier, but it seemed like more value to mill my 2 clean cards.
So now I have 7 in waiting room. All right, I'm gonna clock Future Devil. We don't have the other piece now that we discarded it, so. Oh, those are cards. Okay. Refresh. Okay. Slight unfortunate, but like, what can you do? All right, how bad do I want to keep those Akis there? I honestly don't think that I can just like keep them there forever. Like, I need to spend some stock. Like,
either need to pay them out now, or like you need to be able to pay out like 3+ stock next turn, or like later on, so that it'll be in the waiting room by the time you play like the 1 Aki.
Yeah, I think we just need to pay them out now. So we're gonna play Himeno. I'm going to discard this Aki early play, and we're going to search one of our Easy Revenge. Okay. All right, then I'm going to play it, pay 1, mill 2, 3. I'm just gonna get back Aki. I was not expecting that.
Exactly what you wanted.
All right, what do I want to do next? Oh, I can do that. All right, I'm gonna play another Himeno. All right, we're just gonna get all 4 into memory. So we'll get another Easy Revenge. Okay.
So this is not ideal, having all 4 events.
Now 4 events is where the fun starts. All right, we'll play it. Mill 2, 0 plus 1. I'm just gonna get the. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Brainstorm. Send this to memory. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Brainstorm effect. Let's just see if we can dig for a climax. Maybe we can combo again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We do hit, but do we get a climax? 1, 2, 3. We did not get a climax, but we can get. So whatever I get, I'm gonna have to discard a card. I feel like I probably want this and drop these, and then I'm gonna drop this early play Aki, and then we're just gonna play another early play Aki that I have. His early play condition is if I have 2 or more Easy Revenge in my memory. On play, heal 1, gain 15, so he's 10-5, which is still not enough to contest the Makimas.
That's for 11-5s, yeah.
But we'll move over here. And then Aki has a chance to get us a free stock when he reverses his battle opponent. When he reverses battle opponent during either player's turn, if I have a card in memory, I reveal the top card of my deck. And if it is a level 1 or higher card, I put it into stock. We'll go into attacks.
Okay.
And I will front for 2, 4.
1, 2. Okay. Well, we got Makima on top of clock again, so hopefully we just keep canceling from here. Alright. Ideal level up target for red.
This is just the StockSoul life. Sometimes you just trigger StockSoul and sometimes they just eat it.
I know, right?
Alright. Effect, reveal top.
Miss, okay.
There's no way you take this too, right? Front for 3.
1, 2, okay.
Okay.
Cancels.
And then front here for.
Alright,
what?
Alright, looking good on my side.
That's not good.
Okay,
Alright, I'll blind stock.
Blind stock another
I'm feeling
climax.
adventurous.
Got it,
Yeah.
alright,
For 1.
1. Okay.
Alright, these are dead. So that means that I am out at least 6.
Okay. And then I opted to not use the event because, like, I should have been pretty compressed. Took 4 anyways. But yeah. And then we'll save that for later. I'm gonna draw for turn. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Let's see. There are 5 climaxes left in deck right now, so we want some healers. I don't have access to healers right now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna brainstorm first. Pay 1. All right.
Oh, okay. Maybe not that many.
There they are. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So we can heal twice here. Okay. We're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna grab this. Okay. And if by memory, oh, I got 3. Yikes. My goodness. And then we'll go counter. It's a 1k counter, but is this relevant? Yeah, he has an early play and it's an early play, so we'll do it just for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if he attacks in the wrong order, etc., it's anti-damage because it'll kill it before it does damage. So we'll grab these, right? And then if my memory serves me correctly, play this, pay 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's Denji here.
Nice.
Then this is where we're gonna do this effect. We're gonna pay 1, discard this specific Denji, salvage a character, and then we get to put this in the waiting room, right? No,
you can put it in waiting room or as a marker.
Yeah. And then we summon it, and then we can put this Pochita as a marker underneath. Is it face up?
I believe so.
Face up, yeah. Face up, and then on play. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so that was better than expected. So this is 11k on my turn, and then if I reverse a level 2 or higher, I can pay 1 and what is it, salvage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll leave that over there, and then we're gonna leave the level support on this side still because we want to protect it more. And then this has a finishing power, so we're gonna save it and not leave it up in the front. So this is these can die basically.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to choose, I'll save this more. So we'll do, I think that'll be it. We're out. 6 climaxes. So ideally we don't trigger anymore. We have 9 cards in deck. If we don't trigger, we'll be fine. We'll see. All right. How many climaxes are you out?
So there's 3 in here, and I just triggered 3, so I'm out at least 6.
At least 6.
At least 6.
So 7, right? The blind stock is another climax.
Yeah.
This has a on reverse pay 1 salvage potential, so depending on what I trigger, that might change whether or not I want to pay 1. So I'm gonna try and attack here last. This is 10-5, right? To my 11.
No, this is just base because it gains 15.
Yeah.
No, 15 on play. That's it.
Oh, it's not crossed. Okay.
No, yeah.
Right.
So it's on play. You heal 1, gain 15. That's the effect.
Okay. Direct for 3. 3.
1 cancel.
Wow.
Wow. I was 1 card away from play stocking a climax.
This is last climax. 3. 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna front here for 2.
Yep.
2.
1, 2. Take 2. All right, don't need that guy anymore.
And then I can choose to pay 1 salvage here. There's not a whole lot left here. Where are my level 3s? All on the board.
In your clock.
Yeah. In terms of like compression, it doesn't matter. It's clean card out and clean card back into my hand, right? So it's a matter of if I want the utility and do I have enough stock next turn to do anything. If I pay 1, I don't have enough. Well, I don't have a brainstormer anyway, right? Yeah, I can't really do anything next turn. Can I? I'm already level 3. He's level 3, he's gonna Aki. So what can help me survive? We'll pay 1, salvage this.
Sure.
And then depending on my deck setup, I may need to actually mill my deck. Like if the top 2 cards of my climax or cards of deck are climaxes, right?
Well, that's not up to you. That is not up to you. All right, I will draw for turn. All right, time to do things. So we will play Aki. Aki says on play I can salvage 1. Salvage Aki. Aki. Salvage Aki. Salvage. I think the plan here is going to be to salvage Kobeni so that I can discard this extra gold bar so that in case he doesn't die, I go back with 1 more climax. So we will play Kobeni, discard extra gold bar, reveal top. It's a 0.
What's the card you want? So these are base right now because you don't have the humanoid memory, correct?
Correct. And I don't think I'm going to be getting her in memory.
Okay.
I don't think it actually changes too much.
You become
well, it would tie these, but
10-5, 11-5, yeah.
The thing is that I don't feel like tying these matters too much.
Yeah, like I said earlier, these are pretty
expendable.
Yeah, expendable at this point in the game.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Himeno, and then what this Himeno is going to do is that if I keep it in my hand next turn, I could use, if there is a next turn, I could use her effect, which is pay 1, send her standing to memory to search for
level 2 or higher.
A level 2 or higher, maybe one of these. Yeah. So I'm going to add this to my hand off the Kobeni.
Yeah. And then you have to be level 2 or higher to use the effect, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you didn't do it earlier or anything?
All right. And we're all set.
All right, here we go. This is
the easy revenge.
The finisher with 4 events.
With 4 events, yeah.
This is the ceiling, guys.
Yeah. So
you're about to see what happens.
All right. So Aki is going to declare a front attack. I'm smaller.
Yeah.
He gains 1,000 power, so this is going to end up tying actually. So Aki's climax combo and all 4 easy revenge events activate, and I can activate them. I can resolve them in the order of my choosing. So I'm going to start with 1 copy of Easy Revenge. When Aki attacks, I look at the bottom card of your deck. I can either leave it there or send it to Waiting Room. I will send it to Waiting Room. So that's 1 Easy Revenge done. We'll do the second one, check. And we will leave that one there. And then now we will resolve Aki's Climax combo. So my opponent mills bottom 4, and then counts the number of Climax and burns 1 that many times. So we hit both Climax, so it burns 1 twice.
Refresh.
So this is 7, 8 back?
This should be 8.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all 8.
So typically in your average game, you're looking to get at least 2 copies because it turns on your Aki early play, and then sometimes this just happens.
Yeah.
If you can get 3 or 4, then it just kind of turns into like a really crazy like Icy Tail 8.
Yep, pretty
combo.
much. And then you notice he only resolved 2 events right now, and you're about to see him resolve 2 more events, which will cascade into the next one he does.
Yeah, that's that's something crazy that we didn't actually realize until the deck had been out for like a couple weeks already. We didn't realize that like, oh, after you resolve Aki, if you have any easier events that you haven't resolved yet, you just keep going.
Resolving it, and then which will effectively help the next one that you do because it comes from the bottom.
Okay, and then
so burn 1,
and then second burn 1.
Okay.
And then now we will continue with the third Easy Revenge. Look at the bottom card of the deck. That one can go to Waiting Room. And then the fourth one, that one can go to Waiting Room.
Okay.
And then we trigger for 3.
And then... Oh, I forgot to resolve this. Jesus. That's at the
yeah.
phase, yeah. That's for 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't really do anything right now because he has enough cards in his deck. He's gonna end up triggering all of them anyway. Yeah, everything's smaller, right? Yeah, we'll just
Hope to cancel.
Yeah. Cancel.
Okay. And then now we will attack with the next one. So 1 Easy Revenge. Let's see the bottom. Send to Waiting Room. Second one. Leave it there. Activate Aki effect.
Bottom 4.
Hitting 1.
Burn 1, so burn 1.
Next one. Look at bottom. Send to Waiting Room. Last one. Send to Waiting Room.
Okay.
And this is going to be for 4.
For 4 and 1 cancels.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to. Hopefully he misses Icy Tail. Basically.
There's a lot of cards. This is like 10 card Icy Tail basically.
Yeah.
So, and then also there's like a refresh point right around the corner too. That's another crazy thing is that between all this, you're milling like a billion cards.
I have a decent chance to live at this point. It's
all
just whether or not his Icy Tail does damage or not.
Okay, first one. Send it. Second one. Send it. Third one. Send it. Fourth one. Leave it.
Okay.
Activate effect.
I need to cancel at least 1 Icy Tail here. Well, I guess that's game. I don't have enough climaxes to cancel 4 times.
Okay.
1, yeah, that kills me. 1, and then he attacks.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's rough. So yeah, this ended up not even mattering.
That's Aki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a misplay. I should have done this to at least like make one of them 0 soul. So that if it didn't have like this, like if he hit like 1, let's say, right, and I just cancel the burn, and then like it would have sunk for 0, right? Minus what's your trigger?
This was a null.
So, yeah. If he like missed the icy tail, or like I canceled the icy tail there, I would have just lived, assuming I resolved this.
But
he milled like 4 clean cards from the bottom of my deck, so.
They were bound to be somewhere.
Yeah, they're bound to be somewhere. He has a pretty good chance to just hit something at least.
Yeah, and so that is basically just like how the end game works.
Yeah,
you just,
The other option I had for instead of healing twice was playing one of these instead of healing once. But against this matchup, I feel like healing is better than like the 3s. Yeah, because like -3. What's lethal is the burn 1s. So.
Yeah. Like if you can canceling the damage is basically like
it's
the
pretty,
easy part.
Yeah, the easy part. So it's like you wanna.
Which means that it's like really bad if you like eat the 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically like the best situation for you playing against Aki is if they easy revenge, they immediately see a climax, they mill you 4, and they hit 1 climax. And then they do another easy revenge, and there's already just another climax there.
Yeah.
So then, like, you just want all of them to be
extra events don't really do anything.
Yeah, and then they're getting minimum value out of the burns because they're only getting 1 burn at a time, and then you just hope to cancel the top.
Seeing the first one is just makes it basically effectively do nothing. The events, right? It's when like it mills like what the last one milled all 4, and it's all clean, right? That's the worst outcome for the opponent.
Yeah. Because then it means that it's just compounding up towards like, oh no, now he's gonna hit a bunch of climax.
You're compressing. You're basically compressing your opponent's deck from the bottom, and it just has a higher chance for the icy tails to hit.
Yeah, it's really dirty.
And then the fact that you guys saw it like as it cascades, so it's like if you hit it on the first one here, right?
Then the second one has 7.
It has 7,
which is crazy.
7 chances to mill.
All right. As far as the finisher in this deck, because we didn't get to see it, but so.
So this finisher with this would be just what do you call it? Just on play, and then I just couldn't get the climax because I was pretty compressed, right? The only way I could get it because my hand was like this, right? So I didn't really have great ways to like get a climax into my hand at the moment. It would have just been on attack burn 1 and then on reverse, which would have been okay with this matchup, except he was ahead in damage all game because of the pockets that I ate. And then the pay 2, discard 2, burn 2, and then top deck the reverse character.
Yeah, it's like it's got like the baseline of a burn 1, and then if you have the extra resource, you can go for that extra 2. But like I feel like as you were saying earlier, this disruption is really a big highlight of this build.
Yeah, it's the core portion of the deck, like the main game plan, pretty much. So as long as you can keep doing this, it's unfortunate that I couldn't get another climax out, right? Even though I was compressed, just because I was behind so much in damage, so I couldn't really afford to clock myself to try and fish for more climaxes. And like the board, I was pretty limited on the board space because this kept living, which is generally a good thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, playing with the climaxes that you still have in your deck is definitely like very underrated.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of players, they're like, oh no, I took a bunch of damage, but now I can hit this brainstorm. And then it's like they have 5 billion cards and then they have no cancels left in the deck.
Exactly. So I went for the gameplay of just like, deck is pretty compressed, so I'm just gonna leave it there. That's why you saw me top check up multiple times to see if it was clean. If it was clean, it's like, alright, I'm just not gonna brainstorm. Yeah. Because as far as resources, because you couldn't really kill these, right? I was fine, even though my hand was small. But the problem is I didn't really have stock to do a whole lot. So getting the Puchta out for getting this out for 1 stop for a heal helped a lot in this situation.
Okay, I think that pretty much sums up. Did you have any closing thoughts about either deck or the game?
I think this card is like really good. The only thing is ideally you're able to protect it with counters, right? And this counter is just really good in general. The only demerit is that you have to choose one player, your opponent or yourself. So sometimes you want to use it as a 2k backup and not mill anybody because your opponent is like super free. and you're like super compressed, right? But you want the power. But that's the demerit. Otherwise, this is the first time I believe where it lets you choose. Usually, the card will say like, "Oh, you mill," or "Your opponent mills," like one or the other, never both, right?
Yeah, I remember when this card first got revealed in Japanese when we had because they have like there's a couple dudes in the community that like translate the Japanese cards to English, right? It was really funny because one of them translated it as "Your opponent mills 3," the other one translated it as "You mill 3," and they were both wrong. So,
I think this is a really good card.
Yeah, I would really love to see this card return in future sets for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think this card is very underrated. I haven't really seen people play it. It's basically, I feel like it's just better version of the Quint's bracelet because it costs 1 less stock, and it depending on the deck you're playing, you can just overflow into your hand, right? And ideally, this deck is supposed to have more stock because of like stuff like this, and then I just never got to play my level 1 combo, right?
Yeah.
So you play your level 1 combo and like trigger some Denjis, right? And I'm supposed to have like way more stock, and then if I have way more stock, I'm able to like put the 2 copies that I run into my memory earlier on. I have just overflow hand and then plus 2 more, and then just use that as I see fit. This game, unfortunately, I was like both compressed and like didn't have stock, so I set one up, but like I was already compressed, so I didn't really need to use it except for the final turn. So it just didn't work out. But ideally, you have a bunch of stock, and then the turns that where you're not compressed and you're like, oh, they're swinging for a big number, and your chances are pretty high to just eat the damage. That's when you would use it, and then or finishing turn, obviously.
Yeah, and there is one card that I'm not 100% sure if it's announced yet for English or not, but there is a card that I think is a pretty good card for this particular build. It's a promo Denji. So it's a 1/0, I think it's a 3/5, and then during your turn it's 6/5, and then when he attacks, he triggers twice, and then you drop the top stock off.
Yeah.
And so that one, it just fits with the color profile of your level 1 game, but also gives you additional chances to trigger cards like the level 0 Denji when you have choice climax in play, or just trigger actual just climaxes.
Being able to like twin drive is very useful. Like I said, you're supposed to trigger a bunch of choices and get a bunch of stock, right?
And then twin drive with the assist, right?
Yeah, and then this card also, like at level 1, if I cancel, if my opponent attacks into this, and we never got to play this. It's a 7/5 on my turn, right? Plus 4k on my turn. And then if my opponent attacks and then I end up canceling it, right? This card goes to the waiting room and I can blind stock. So that's like another stock gen. So this deck is supposed to have a lot of stock. Yeah, and then this also gives twin drive to trigger more things to trigger, because this runs 8 choice, right? And then this is also a choice if I have this on the board if I'm playing a climax. So
yeah. We didn't get to see the whole game plan, but I think if anything, we did get to display what kind of lines you can go for if you're in that sort of situation, going for just like play for big bodies, play for deck state, things like that.
Yeah. At least got to see how this went off, because this is it's nice.
All right, and that's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Randall, aka Shizukatz,
and Joon,
and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.